start. And what we're going to do is we're going to finish this setup. Alright, this is not finished because we want our controls to do the work for us. So let's do that. So I'm going to go to modify, add attribute. So I have the control selected, modify, add attribute. First one we're going to do is we're going to create a displayable, and we're just going to name this controls. I like controlling the nice name, and it's just a displayable. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create one for our rotate.
What did you name the first one again?
Controls. Rotate is going to be a float for the data type, and we're going to leave minimum and maximum empty. Default's going to be 0. You have a couple of different data types. You have vector, which is directional, can also be used for color. Boolean is true and false, so your visibility is a Boolean. Integer is whole numbers. Floats are parts of numbers. Enum is a set, so if you ever clicked on the drop down and said red, green, blue, or different, that's an enum. And a string is just text. And we're going to add this. I'm going to rename it because it won't let me just do rotate. There we go. Now we're going to do spin. We're going to do tilt. Tilt right. Let's get rid of nice name. Tilt right. We're going to do tilt left. And then the last one we're going to do, tilt right, tilt left, is spin. And there we go. Spin. Spin. All right. So we have these here. We're good to go, but they're not doing anything. Okay. What we're going to do to make these work with our groups is we're going to use our connection editor. So very simply, everybody look up please. Windows, General Editors, Connection Editor. Now have your control selected because it's going to load in whatever you have selected. So Connection Editor, have the control selected. We're going to go from right to left. So whatever's on the right, we're going to go left to right. Whatever's on the left is controlling the right. Does everybody understand that? Left is controlling right. We can flip this, but I always go left to right. Now, let's load in our first group. I'm going to select my rotate group, click on reload right, and we're going to go and look for rotation. We're going to look for rotate, and the rotate that we're looking for, we click off of this and rotate this along Z. I go back to my rotate group. I don't want X. And we look here, we want Z. We want Y. and we definitely don't want Z. We don't need Z. So rotate Y is the value, is the channel, is to control the attribute that I want. So rotate con, and notice how all these went gray. We click on the drop down, this goes to rotate Y. Now on rotate, to show that I have a connection, this turned yellow. That's a connection. Now for the RT pivot, reload right. So I'm going to click on my RT pivot, reload right. I'm going to click on tilt right, rotate, that's all grayed out. I want to go drop it down, and I know from already messing with this and seeing what my rotations are, I want rotate Z. My left pivot, reload right, click on reload right, tilt left, rotate, and we know we want Z again. Those are our two. Z.
Okay, and the same for rotate for right pivot and left pivot?
Yes, however, if your orientation is what I did, I think I ended up doing it along Z. I'm sorry, I did it along Y. I'm sorry, I did it along X here. Then it's going to be Z. If this here, your manipulator is different, then your pivots, which rotation you want to pick for your left and right pivot is going to be different. Does everybody understand that? Now, spin. We're going to click on our spin group, reload right, spin, and what I want is rotate Z, Y. That's going up, that's going to make it spin like a vortex. So if I click on this, tilt right, rotate, tilt left, we can rotate, and then let's say we do this, and let's go to wireframe or shade it, rotate there, and then spin. Now, we're not done. This whole group, this whole setup has to move as one group. I'm going to hide my cameras. They're just getting in the way for right now. So, this is what we're going to do. So for here, I'm going to create a group, and this group is going to be locked. It's stuff that I don't want the user to touch, but I may need in the future. And I'm going to take my two locators, and I'm going to place it in locked. And I'm going to place locked in my world group. Oops. Locked. There we go. World group. Now, my world group, I'm going to parent it to my trophyCon. So child, parent, it's parent there. Or that's one way to do it. Now the bad part is if I accidentally delete my con, it's going to delete my trophy except this reference then, and it won't let me. So let's do something that's going to allow us, if an accident happened, to at least keep everything intact for the most part. Now if the control is gone, it's gone. But at least it may not break everything else. So in my world group, I am going to create another group. I'm sorry, outside of that, not selected. And this is going to be my controls group. And this is going to go right under my world group. Now, this, my controls group is going to go, my control con is going to go in my controls group. And we're going to here